Hello, my lovelies. Hello, my singles. How are you? Elsie here to do your sneak peek for the next 7 days. How are you, singles? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. Look, I don't usually come back and do a second read, a second sneak peek for the singles because it's just too taxing on my energy. Two-hour reads consecutively in a week is just too much, but I have the energy and the time today. So I thought I would come back and just throw a reading at you that is a sneak peek for the next 7 days of energy for the singles. So how are you? Thanks so much for showing up here. I've got 12 decks to my left. I'm going to read a little bit about every sign off of each of these decks, and I'm going to mark everything down below in the description so you can just scroll this video to find out what it is that you need. Just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. There is no compatibility in the sun sign. Like, you get along, and that's personality, and that's great, but what influences the sun sign is the moon and the rising sign. So please find a free natal chart. They are free everywhere on the internet, and find out what your moon and your rising sign are. When you watch all three, it sort of gives a rounder picture, and it'll give you just a little more information to work with. So the only other thing I need to tell you is that private reads are open. So if you are interested in a private read, friends, please look in the pinned comment below the video. There's always information in the pinned comment, but please know that I am reading for pre-recorded readings as well as live readings. I have started doing live readings, and right now there is 75% off of the live readings only, and that's 75% off the first 10 minutes with me live. So you can catch me via video, phone, or text. And these readings that are live are a little bit different than the pre-recorded videos. The pre-recorded videos, you give me 3 questions, I give you 3 answers, right? Or you give me a question, I give you an answer. But with the live readings, it's sort of like rapid fire, right? It's like you can ask me as many questions as we can fit into the time frame that you have chosen. So you're sort of in control of how much information you get from me. And yeah, so it would be great to be able to speak with you if you'd like to do that. I've already spoken to a few of you, and it's been quite lovely. All right, so let's figure it out. Let's figure out what's going on for the singles. Now, the singles reading, please know that, yes, it's all about love for sure, but it can also come up as not so much love, but maybe sometimes what you need to do to get to love, right? So it can be personal revelations, right, as well. And sometimes also in the singles reads, it'll come up because you are about to become single, or yeah, something like that. So please keep in mind that it can be all sorts of things here, and we will try and read whatever comes up in the cards. Definitely whatever comes up in the cards. Let's find out what's going on for Aries. We'll start out with Aries, go right through to Pisces. Tell me about Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries singles, what do Aries singles need to know about the next 7 days? Sneak peek for the next 7 days for Aries singles, please. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is here. We've got all Wands here. And we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so I feel like in your near future, things are about to speed up as it pertains to love. The Queen of Cups is here. I do believe that we're talking about, like, not just a connection that you would, date once or twice. This feels like it falls into a very deep connection. I feel like this is your next real deep connection, Aries. Then we do have the 4 of Wands here, which tells me that this is probably someone you've called in, right? The 4 of Wands is like 1111, or a deep connection, but also somebody you'll have fun with, someone who's like in a celebratory mood. It's like passion and excitement and stability in some sort of a deep emotional communication. The 3 of Wands does indicate that there is something coming in the future, and the 8 of Wands tells me that it's probably coming quicker than you think. It feels like something is coming quickly in the future, or things are about to speed up. We have the High Priestess, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Sun. So I feel like you've been experiencing delays. It feels like it's been very quiet where you are. I'm going to say with the High Priestess energy here, it feels like you are doing a lot of thinking, spending time by yourself, possibly, maybe doing a lot of journaling. It feels like you've been sort of kind of quiet, staying out of the way at this time. It feels like things, maybe that they are in a delay, or that they've completely stopped dead in its tracks. The Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse tells me that I feel like you've stopped thinking about it. Maybe you're getting exhausted with thinking about it and overthinking it. But it feels like there's a light at the end of the tunnel here with the sun. Looks like there's something that is going to bring brightness, realization, and a breakthrough. There's going to be a breakthrough coming up in the next 7 days. So something that has been delayed, or that you feel has been delayed or has stopped, or maybe it's been silent. It feels like in the very near future here that things start to move quicker towards deep emotional commitment here. Something that might end up in you two moving in together here. We have the King of Pentacles. This could be someone that you're dealing with, possibly a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Six of Cups. So it does feel like you will meet somebody who wants to get immediately comfortable and settle down. This is a one-person person. This is somebody who is not, if they're dating you exclusively. They're not dating all the other people because they're very loyal. The King of Pentacles is Taurus, but also Virgo and Capricorn, because we are in a general read, right? I feel like it feels like it is someone that you can trust, even though that the Seven of Swords is here. It feels like what's under the surface that you don't realize right away is the Six of Cups, that this is your soulmate. This is somebody who you feel very deeply connected to. It also might be somebody that you already know. I'm just going to say it could be somebody who's from your past. And what I mean by that is not someone that you've dated before, but maybe someone from college. Maybe someone that a friend introduced you to and you thought it was that you two were going to get on fine, and then maybe just life took you lifing off in different directions. So it does not feel like you've had connection in terms of romantic connection with this person before, but it does feel like they feel familiar, or you feel like you've known them before. Could be a last life connection or a past life connection, but it feels like when you meet this person, you will notice immediately that they're quite loyal. They like to move slow. They're not interested in going quickly. And this, I feel, is going to lead to some sort of a long-term thing for you here. The Seven of Cups is here. So there is somebody here who I feel what they're hiding under the surface is all of these emotions that they bring. It almost feels like somebody here knows that you're the one when they meet you, but they're trying to keep it contained, trying to keep it under the surface. Tell me what is the outcome here for Aries, please. We've got the Four of Cups, got the Ace of Cups, and we have the Moon energy. So you don't see that, like right now it's quiet, right? Because the High Priestess is here. I feel like right now in your life it's quiet. You're like, I don't have any prospects, Elsie. I would say maybe go outside your house. You might find prospects outside your house. So, being silly. But it's time to go outside, get social, be with people. You've got to do your part as well. The universe isn't just going to come by and just drop somebody on your doorstep. And I feel like the Four of Cups tells me that you are in some sort of a comfort zone, but it's about to get stagnant there. It feels like it's about to get uncomfortable or stagnant, and you're going to want to leave. You're going to want to leave the comfort zone in favor of something a little more exciting with the Ace of Cups here, looking for love, right? It feels like the Four Cups and the Ace of Cups is 5. Makes me feel like you have regrets, maybe that it feels like things are in a delay. It almost feels like you're in this energy of like being regretful that you haven't found somebody yet. Time is passing by. I feel like I'm getting too old. Like it feels like all those things you're telling yourself, but I think it's a lie. The Moon is here. I feel like you just don't see the situation for what it really is, to be honest. We do have the King of Wands here. And the King of Wands is somebody who I feel has had some sort of an ending here. We've got the King of Swords as well. It does feel like maybe there's a couple of people that you might meet here. We have 3 kings. We have somebody who is the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. The Ten of Cups is here. It does feel like there is somebody here that you'll be meeting that who has actually gone through some sort of really painful ending. And they are somebody who's probably going to be very up straight and honest and truthful with you right from the very beginning about where they're at. That's how you'll know when you've met that person. They're going to be honest and truthful in a sort of almost a cringe-like level. They're just going to be, look, I just got out of a relationship. It was really hard. I don't know if I want to jump into anything right away, but it feels like that sort of energy. But there's an undeniable connection here, I want to say. And we have the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So it comes It's like a realization that you know that this is your person, so you begin to be patient with them. They seem sort of overwhelmed in their energy right now, overwhelmed emotionally, and you don't see that under the surface. It feels like they have a connection to you too, or they feel an immediate connection. They feel like it's a breakthrough, like I've met the person that I'm supposed to be with, and that's why they feel like they need to be honest with you very upfront. It might almost feel like an overshare. It might be a little bit cringe, but it feels like they are going to be honest with you right from the very beginning. Tell me what is around the corner for Aries. We've got the Chariot, we've got the Knight of Cups, and we've got the King of Cups. We've got the fourth King. So it does feel like it's probably Emperor energy. You could be the Emperor. Maybe you were the person who was waiting to heal, possibly with this King of Cups energy, trying to become emotionally available, trying to become this person who is who deals with breakups in a different way that you used to. Because I feel like if you are the one who is the Emperor, I feel like you are the person who has dealt with the breakup. Maybe some sort of betrayal, like you hit rock bottom and some sort of after a relationship thing. Feels like with the King of Cups showing up here now, it's like this is what you were waiting for. This is why things had stalled or were stopped. I feel like you were repairing or healing, getting ready to be ready for romance again with the Knight of Cups here. But the Chariot's here. I feel like you're ready. I feel like you're ready to go. You're ready to move forward here. Got the Knight of Wands. That's the only thing you're going to have to watch out for. But we do have the Wheel of Fortune. The thing is, the world is in the reverse, Aries. So I feel like you're still feeling the effects of whatever it was that shifted, that ended, that came to a quick ending here, it feels like. But the Wheel of Fortune's here. I feel like destiny's here. It's time for change. It's time for you to get out of the house. It's time for you to stop worrying about what the moon energy holds. I feel like you're just supposed to go out there, put up your boundaries, and try and meet somebody. I feel like the person that you meet, like I said, is probably going to be very honest and truthful about where they're at in their stage of the game right now, but you're going to feel some really immediate connection to them that you don't want to give up, is what it feels like here. So you might continue to pursue them. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Sagittarius energy. We have Pisces and Cancer, Virgo and Capricorn. We did end up with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So there is somebody here who's going to mirror your energy. We do have Pisces, Cancer, more Cancer energy. We have Leo. We have Virgo energy as well, and Sagittarius. All right. Let's take a look at you, Taurus. Tell me about Taurus. Taurus singles, please, for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for the next 7 days. Taurus singles, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus. Jeez, my fingers aren't working today. What's going on here? It's these rings. Maybe I need to take them off. Okay. Tell me about Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus singles. What's coming up for the next 7 days? For Taurus singles, please. We've got the Two of Swords. We've got the Eight of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Tower. It feels like there's something here, Taurus, that has been preventing movement forward. It feels like there's been a block. And it feels like that's all about to change because the Tower is here. I feel like you're going from this place where you've just been sort of doing, work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep. Like the King of Pentacles is giving me this sort of stable energy. I've just been, doing my day by days, sort of meeting all my daily things. And it feels like, it's like a movement here has been blocked for some reason. And I think it was so you could get your footing, or so you could save some money, or get your balance, get your stability is what the King is giving me. So you could master that. The Kings are always masters of their domain. It feels like you had to master something. It might have been stability, financial or otherwise. Like maybe it was just, your life was a little bit unstable. Maybe it was too busy. But I feel like the Tower showing up here is telling me that something is going to change here, and it is going to be quite shocking. I feel like, Taurus, that you have been, people have been coming at you, trying to get you to go out, trying to get you to be social, and you may just be rejecting them, saying, you know what, I'm good where I am right now. I'm just paying attention to my life, to my pentacles, to my household, to my bill paying. I feel like you're very engaged in your pentacle world here, and it takes it takes the Tower to get you out of that. Because I feel like the movement here has been blocked or hindered here. So I feel like it's going to take you a Tower to get out of there. Something is shifting hard for you in the next 7 days. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, got the Strength card, and we've got the Queen of Swords. So Taurus, it feels like you have to be really honest with yourself about why you are holding back. I feel like you keep telling yourself, oh, I just want to save money, or I just want to, you know, make sure my business is working, or I just want to do more hours, put more money in the bank. I feel like you need to be more honest about the reasons why you're holding back. I feel like you're a person who gives it all, right? We've got the Eight of Pentacles here. You put all the work in. You put in all the hard work. You're constantly working, like you're a really hard worker, whether that's your job, a relationship, or whatever it is. And so I feel like what you need to be honest with yourself is, I don't think that I'm down with this dating thing. I feel like I'm talking to someone here who's like over it. I'm over it. I'm not really interested. I'm not really focused. I don't know why you're in a singles reading if you're not focused on finding someone. Maybe you're covert, watching, and not really focused on a relationship, but kind of poking in to see what's going on. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse. It feels like you don't want to be in regret. And so I feel like the Queen of Swords is here asking you to be honest with yourself about, you know, the Three of Swords. Like, are you holding back because you've had heartbreak? What reasons are you holding back? Because it feels like you don't want to have any more regrets. And that might be one of the reasons why you're holding back. I feel like the Tower is showing up because I feel like this is stubborn energy, right? This is Taurus energy. Of course, it's Capricorn and Virgo also because we're in a general reading. But generally, the King of Pentacles is a Taurus. And I feel like it's a lot of stubborn energy that the universe is trying to shake up here and saying you need to do something different. So I feel like something is about to shift. What is it? We've got the Knight now. The Knight of Pentacles is in the upright. So maybe something was delayed. Maybe it was moving really slow, possibly. We've got the Ten of Swords, and it's probably because you've been hurt or betrayed. Like, it feels like that sort of energy. It's like, I don't know if I really want to do this, but I think that the universe is saying, look, it's time for you to meet your person. It's time for you to meet a person. It's time for you to move out of this energy that you're in right now. So we've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, but I don't know how much energy I want to put into it. And it feels like you're not really ready to put the energy into a connection that's going to take forever, or you know, you get involved in a connection and then it goes like for a year and then all of a sudden it drops off. Like, it feels like you're not really ready for that right now. I feel like you're not really focused on it. You're not really ready for it. You're just trying to be honest and truthful with yourself. You know what I think you're up for here, Taurus? I think you're up for making some sort of an intellectual connection. If you could just find somebody who could intellectually stimulate you and, you know, go out for dinners and have great conversations, or maybe over drinks, or, you know, and it doesn't feel like there's no cups here. It feels like you're looking for something a little more practical, or a little more, something that is going to start by having a connection of the mind. It feels like you want to, you'd rather be in a connection with swords, so you can take the emotions out of it, so you don't have to deal with heartache, heartbreak, or betrayal again. And it feels like you're trying to be practical, or trying to reassess the situation, because it feels like, yes, the universe is going to push you out there and say it's time to go out there and meet somebody. I feel like you're being pushed towards going out there so you can meet somebody. But I feel like you are looking for more of a practical connection, I'm going to say. Not necessarily looking for a love connection at this time, because I think you're focused on other things. What is the outcome, please, for Taurus? We've got the Three of Cups. Yeah, you got to get out there and be social, Taurus. You can't just sit home and hope somebody is going to just drop on the roof of your house, right? That the universe is just going to drop someone on the roof. So it's literally saying here, if you hope to meet someone romantic, you need to get out and be social. So whether that means you have to ask people if they want to go out, or people are asking you to go out, you need to stop saying no to the things when people, because we saw the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck, you have to stop saying no to all the invitations, or to people who are trying to offer you their emotional energy. And so if you want it, it's time. There's 3 cups, there's 1 cup in the hand of the Knight, and this person's holding a cup as well. So I think you are hoping for an emotional connection here, but I feel like you're still carrying around some heavy energy here. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. Because the last relationship you may have been in could be that somebody disconnected from you or ghosted you or walked away or detached. And I don't think that you're ready to have your heart broken like that again. So I think the safe place is for you to find somebody that you connect with intellectually. You can have a great conversation and teach each other things and learn things and go out and have great conversations and maybe go to movies, and you know what I mean? And it's not, the heart is not involved, because again, you know, until we get into the outcome here, we don't have any cups here. So I feel like you have to go out of the house, Taurus. You're going to have to go out. We do have the Nine of Swords, but I don't want to, Elsie. I'm not really sure if I want to. We have the Nine of Cups. I'm happy where I am. I'm happy on the inside. I don't really need anybody. I've already got my inner happiness. And then the Four of Swords is, I feel like that you're still in the middle of healing, Taurus. Healing from something of the past where you were betrayed, or something that was really painful that came to an end. Somebody stopped putting energy or effort into a relationship, and it feels like it just fell off. And so the person didn't come to you with honesty and say, look, I don't think this is going to work out. I don't think we should see each other anymore. It's like they ghosted you, or they just never texted you again, or just never called back. Like that's it. It feels like that lame energy like that. If somebody did that to you, by the way, that's super lame. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel that you will be investing in some sort of friendship or some sort of intellectual connection, something that moves slow, something that is pentacle-like. I feel like the universe is pushing you out of the house. I feel like something is going to shift and you are going to meet somebody, but I feel like it's going to be really slow going because the Knight of Pentacles is here. Feels like it starts out with us having great conversation, doing things to have fun together, and until I can figure out whether I want to even engage in something that I could be risking getting breadcrumbed by someone here. All right, so we've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Virgo energy here. We've got Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, more Aquarius energy. All right, Gemini. Gemini singles, happy birthday, friends. Hope you're having a great Gemini season. So far, so good for me. Let's find out what's going on. Sneak peek for the next 7 days for single Gemini. Tell me what single Gemini can expect here. Tell me about single Gemini, please. Tell me about single Gemini. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Justice card, and we have the Moon. So it kind of, at the first glance, it gives me this energy, Gemini. Is there really anybody out there for me? It feels like you just cannot find a match, I want to say. It feels like there is something that's romantic that is coming in the future, but I feel like right now you're sort of grappling with this energy of the Hanged Man. You're kind of in a pause, in this place of trying to get perspective of what you really want. So I feel like what you really want is the King of Pentacles energy, whether you're feminine or masculine, or whether the person that shows up is maybe Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Pisces, Cancer. Pisces energy is here. It feels like what you want is something that's stable, something that is balanced. I feel like you want something that is going to feel real, because the King of Pentacles is here, that is going to feel not only stable and grounded and all of those things and settling down, but I feel that it's got to feel real to you. I want to say, Gemini, this person has got to be completely real with you. So I feel like you are in this energy of, I feel like I'm never going to meet anybody with the Moon energy here, because I think that what you don't see that's coming, right, is the Moon is between Libra and the Knight of Cups. I do feel like there is some sort of romantic connection showing up here for you. I feel like I'm talking to a Gemini who's super stoic or really serious about life, and keeping their balance. And so I feel like that's of the utmost importance to you. That you, there are people around you, but I feel like you're not interested in them or not giving them your attention, Gemini, because they're not exactly balanced, or you really are unsure about the energy that they're trying to give you here, and you don't want to be rocked from your balance. So what you're looking for here, Gemini, is someone who can mirror your energy. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, right? You're looking for someone who can mirror your energy. You're looking for someone who has no drama, no drama, no chaos, straightforward, someone who's focused on their pentacle life, on their home, on their children, on their money, maybe building their financial wealth. You're looking for somebody who is not going to be bringing you drama. Somebody who is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is not interested in drama, by the way, will walk as far away from drama as they can. The King of Cups, though, is someone who does have the ability to stay sturdy in the storm and feels everything very deeply. So I think that you're looking for someone who can mirror your energy, someone who can be stoic and serious, but also someone who's very deeply loving, and someone who is not going to bring you emotional drama. So I feel like you're just looking for someone who will help you keep your balance here. You're not looking for someone who's got a dramatic life, who's fighting with the ex, or all the drama stuff that we hear about a lot in these readings, right? I feel like you just want something that is just non-dramatic, I feel. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. We have the Knight of Swords. I feel like something's going to be revealed to you really soon in terms of this moon energy. I feel like the moon energy is sort of clouding your vision or making you feel like nothing is showing up, but I feel like something's going to be revealed to you very soon with the Knight of Swords being here, probably just around the corner for you here. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you will meet somebody who you will find is very engaged in intention. I'm going to say that their intention is to grow, their intention is to nourish, their intention is to plant pentacles and then nurture something. So somebody who doesn't want to move at things quickly or aggressively. I feel like the Knight of Swords is representing someone who's coming in quickly, but I feel the person that's coming in quickly is going to be someone who's okay to wait, or is okay to wait for things to become serious in a relationship. We do have the Seven of Cups. It feels like somebody here has a lot of options or opportunities, and they are sort of looking for something specific. I really feel like they're looking for someone who mirrors their energy. And I feel like although they have a lot of opportunity or options around them, that they're not interested in any of those. They're looking for you and you're looking for them. So I feel like they're looking for someone who mirrors energy, and so are you. And I feel like you will find each other, but it feels like maybe both of you, one of you for sure, has a lot of opportunities that they're not interested in at all. What's been revealed to them is everyone else is moving too quickly, and I want to move slowly. Tell me about what's coming up in the outcome, please. So this is how you might know this person that's coming next, is that they might tell you, look, everybody's just trying to race for throat to slam a ring on it. They're trying to race for the finish line, and I'm not interested in that. So if you want to hang around for the long haul, then you're welcome to hang around for the long haul. I feel like you are going to put a little bit of energy into this here with the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you see that this is an opportunity that maybe is something you might be able to bend your brain around here. It does feel like it starts off as a partnership. I was just looking, these three stuck out right away, and Three of Pentacles is partnership. So I feel like it starts out with, we get to know each other slowly. We start to cooperate, to collaborate. Maybe they introduce you to their network, you introduce them to your community. Like it feels like you guys hang out together, but nothing's really official. We're just trying to, we've skipped right over, because of apps and all of that, we've skipped right over the whole compatibility part. I feel like you're interested in that, Gemini, that you're interested in, I gotta find someone who's compatible with me. We've got the Queen of Swords, someone who's really honest, who's truthful, who's just going to give me the good straight up front, because Gemini, you're like that. You just want the truth. I don't want to be dancing around and trying to figure out what you mean and all that stuff. Just be honest and truthful with me. But that is what is going to keep you in balance, right? We've got two Libra cards here. We do have the Four of Swords, someone who's healed, someone who's got stability of the mind, no drama, someone who's solid, someone who wants to move slow toward a goal, someone who's interested in building material wealth, or someone who's interested in building stability, dependable, going slow. I feel like that's the person that you will decide to take action from. That's the person who will bring you out of your single years and into this family life here. So I feel like you have a specific criteria, Gemini, and I feel like you are about to meet somebody who might match all of those things. So tell me what's around the corner for Gemini, please. We have the Sun. Look at that. There's a breakthrough. The Ten of Cups, yes. Or sorry, the Ten of Pentacles. And the Death card here. Something's about to change. So something's about to change or transform. The Ten of Pentacles is here with the Sun. Look, it's a breakthrough. You will find your long-term thing. So for some of you, I mean, maybe all you get out of it is a long-term job. Maybe it's that. But I really believe, because we're in a singles reading here, that it looks like the Sun is shining on these 10 Pentacles, because I feel like when you meet this person, you will know right away. It's like you will know immediately. You'll have that breakthrough that after having conversation with this person, maybe the first time you have conversation with them, the first time you meet them and have a few hours of conversation, you're going to realize that you're both on the same page. We do have the Six of Wands. There is immediate attraction, it looks like. Lots of, I feel like this person is somebody who gets a lot of attention in a crowd, so it feels like you're probably very attracted to them. So we do have, we have Pisces, Cancer, we have Scorpio, we have Leo, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra a couple of times. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius are here. Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Gemini and Taurus are such a great couple, actually, because they are both truthful, honest, practical, and no gameplay, right? That's what it feels like here. All right, let's take a look at Cancer. Tell me about single Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Cancer for the next 7 days. A sneak peek for the next 7 days. Single Cancer, please. Tell me about single Cancer. We've got the Six of Cups. Ooh, the Judgment card is here. The Two of Cups. What's going on here? And the Strength card. Cancer, it feels like you're going to meet your match here. That's what it feels like. I feel like you are being brought together with someone who is ready to go on a different path. It feels like the Six of Cups here is nostalgic energy. It could be someone who reminds you of somebody. It could be someone that you knew back there. I don't mean that it's someone that you dated before. I don't think it is, because Judgment is here with the Magician. I don't think it's someone you've dated before, but I do feel like it's someone you've known before. So maybe they're from junior high. Maybe they're from college days. Maybe they're a friend of the family and you only met them once or twice. Like, it feels like it's somebody that you do know of, and it feels like something is coming into play here that is going to be resurrected, or something that is going to bring a second chance to you. So it's like I have a friend, right? And we were very, very close in our school days. Both of us women, right? We were very, very close in our school days. And then all of a sudden life got lifing and we parted ways. I went my way. I moved out of town. She ended up raising a family sooner than I did. And then all of a sudden, 36 years later, we come back together. And that's sometimes what the Judgment card is about, because you can't outrun whatever is for you. And it almost feels like you had to part and then come back together in order to be able to feel this energy. So maybe you were too young when you met before. Maybe it's somebody from your school days. You know what I mean? So you got the Strength here. And so I feel like Strength here is somebody who's holding back from saying something or making conversation. It's like it feels like it feels like that's where your strength is. Your strength is probably staying quiet, Cancer, and I can attest with my experience with Cancer, that is their strength. I know with the feminines, but, well, yeah, maybe the feminines too, but masculines for sure. So we do have the Six of Cups. Tell me why the Six of Cups is here, please. I feel like this is somebody that you know, that you really you have fond, kind memories about them. And I feel like you are going to meet with them again. I feel like you two got detached. 6 and 2 is 8. I feel like your lives went different ways or separate directions here. And that might be why you two haven't seen each other. It's been quiet here, but in the future, we are finding each other probably on social media and stalking each other. Like, it feels like, oh, you look at a friends list and all of a sudden, you know, those people that you know, their friends come up now as people as you know. You don't really know them, but you can see that they're connected to you to a friend of yours. So I feel like that's how you see them, whether it's on Instagram or someplace on socials. That's what it feels like. All of a sudden they show up in your feed in the future and you're like, oh, I haven't talked to that person in a while. The High Priestess is here, but I've kind of been thinking about them lately. It's almost like the universe is answering you and saying, yeah, you have been thinking about this person lately. It's been quiet between you. You know, there's been really nothing going on. We haven't really seen each other, but it feels like in the future that you are, all of a sudden they're going to come through your feed. You'll be observing them. You'll be sort of looking over their profiles, find out what they've been doing in their life. And I feel like that there's a reason that there was this holdback here. Maybe you've thought about them over the years, but you just didn't contact them, Cancer. We've got the Lovers. Hang on a second here. YouTube is up to their shenanigans again. On my last sneak peek, they ended up making it 18 plus because of the nudity on the Lovers card. So we've got the Lovers is in the reverse. And so I feel like this is someone, it's telling me this is someone you have definitely not been romantically involved with before. But now that you're older and you're looking at each other, you're like, hey, I know that person from back there. They're looking pretty good here. Tell me about the Lovers. We've got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's this little feeling within sight of you. It's like, that person, I wonder, are they dating anybody? And then we have the Ace of Swords. Maybe I should communicate with them. Are you going to do that? Are you going to reach out? It feels like you might reach out here. King of Pentacles, I think you're going to wait. I think you're going to hold back. You're going to wait a little bit and think about it. Tell me what comes after this, though. The Moon. Yeah, it feels like you're unsure. You're holding back just a little bit, trying to think it out, be honest with myself. Is this what I really want? Do I want to start this? Do I want to start this conversation? So I feel like you are interested in someone, but I don't necessarily know that you will, well, as of the next 7 days, I don't think you'll reach out in the next 7 days. But I do think that they come across your feed in some way, and you do say, hey, yeah, I do know that person, and they're looking pretty good. Tell me about the outcome. Outcome is the King of Wands, is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So it does feel like you do want to pursue, possibly, or maybe you want them to pursue you. It looks like we have a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Wands. So you have someone who's sort of in this fiery energy, passionate energy, and somebody who's doesn't really know they're being observed, who is sort of very focused on their pentacle world. Maybe you come across their feed and they're someone who is engaged in professional. Maybe they're on YouTube. Maybe they're engaged in their profession. Maybe you see their professional profile. It feels like you do want to pursue, but you're not really sure. Should I or shouldn't I? At this point, when you see them all in their glow up stage, I feel like you're sort of in a little bit of regret. Oh, I should have grabbed that when I had the chance, is what it feels like here. Tell me what is around the corner here. Tell me what's around the corner. We do have the Knight of Wands, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Page of Cups. Yeah, I do believe you're going to reach out at some point. They might even reach out to you. Look, if you're looking at them, maybe they saw you as well. And it feels like, I feel like there's a point of excitement where somebody feels like I should take the leap of faith. It feels like, I want to say that you are maybe thinking, oh, I shouldn't have let that go when I had the chance. And now it shows up again and you're like, I got to jump on that. It feels like you've learned your lesson. I want to say with the Hierophant showing up here, you've learned your lesson that you can't hold back, that you have to pursue what you want. And I feel like this opportunity comes up for you to pursue, and the King of Cups is here. I really feel like you're thinking it over. I feel like you're somebody who plays under the surface, and that would be you, Cancer, whether you're feminine or masculine. I feel like you're a person who won't let them see on the surface how really it's shook you. Feels like it shook you a little bit here. So you've been disconnected from this person for a while. Possibly you've already been married, divorced. But it feels like you feel very happy when you look at their pictures, when you look at things that they're currently doing, but you feel very disconnected, right? Temperance is here, and so I feel like there is going to be a moment of alchemy. I feel like you are going to reach out, or maybe that person even reaches out to you, right? The Page of Cups is here, and the Page of Swords. They're both messengers. It's good news, and I feel like one is observing the other. Maybe you're observing them, and all of a sudden, you get a message from them. It could be that. All right. Let's talk about signs here. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. More Pisces energy here. We've got Sagittarius. We've got the King of Cups, which is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We've got Gemini energy here. We've got the Strength card, which is Leo. Sagittarius energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Virgo, Pisces, and more Pisces. Feels like there's a Piscean connection here. Connection energetically is what it feels like. Tell me about Leo. Single Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is up for Leo in the next 7 days, please. Singles, next 7 days for Leo. Tell me about Leo. We've got the Moon energy, Leo. We've got the Star. We've got the Nine of Cups. And we've got the Six of Cups. It almost is giving me the feeling of you've been thinking about someone that you had a connection with in the past. But I feel like they're good feelings because look, we have Cups here. We have Hope, which is the Star. I think that's the Star. Yeah, we have Hope, which is the Star. And it feels like when you think about this person, you get a hopeful feeling that makes you feel good inside, makes you feel happy. Nine of Cups is about finding your happiness all on your own. I feel like you've either been healing or that you have been building your emotional happiness all by yourself. But it feels like as you're doing this, as you're healing the self, it feels like the Six of Cups is in play. I feel like there's somebody that's on your mind that you haven't been able to stop thinking about. And I don't think it's in an obsessive way, but I do feel like that there is distance between you, or you wonder about them. You can see the look on her face is sort of like staring off into the distance, that maybe sometimes you get very deep in thought, emotional thought about this person with the Moon energy and wonder whatever happened to them. Tell me more. Tell me about Leo. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, we've got the Chariot, and we've got the Lovers. So it does feel like you still feel a very deep connection to this person. A very, very deep connection to this person. I think that you wonder if this person is single. Are they in a relationship? Are they not in a relationship? I still think you have very deep feelings for this person here, and that they've lately, maybe just lately, have come back to your memory, and I feel like you are thinking about them lately, but I think you're thinking happy things because the Nine of Cups is here. You're thinking about wish fulfillment things, hopeful things. So this isn't somebody that I feel like you parted with in a bad way. It doesn't even really feel like somebody you've dated before, but it feels like, well, maybe it could be someone you've dated before. I'm not going to tell you how to feel about your intuition, but it does feel like with this Lover's energy here that you feel very deeply, deeply emotionally connected to this person. Tell me about what else is coming up here for Leo. Leo, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Swords. So it does feel like it does feel like that maybe there was something that brought you two together, but also it parted you. We have the Three of Swords here. So it does feel like maybe there was a third party involved, or maybe neither of you was very serious about the connection. Maybe we didn't name it. We didn't say we were just seeing each other exclusively. The Two of Pentacles is telling me that somebody here was juggling. They were juggling partnerships. And so partnerships are not emotionally involved. Partnerships are just that, right? They are very logical. We're reassessing all the time. Should we stay in this or should we not stay in this? It feels like the Knight of Pentacles tells me that you've been juggling people for a long time, and I think you're over it, Leo. I think you're over having your heart broken, being disappointed. Feels like we've got the Knight of Wands here. When I see the Knight of Wands and the Three Pentacles, 2 and 1 is 3, and we have the Knight of Wands, to me that's friends with benefits. I feel like you were not ready to settle down. I feel like there's a lot of friends with benefits stuff going on, and I feel like it's just coming to a place where you just can't do this anymore. It feels like it's too heartbreaking. It's like I get connected, I get too close. I thought I could do it. I thought I could be aloof and detached, and I feel like it ends up weighing heavy on you in the end. I feel like the thing is I feel like there's one specific person that I feel out of all of the people who maybe you have dated, it feels like this is one person that you are thinking about and you can't stop thinking about them. Tell me about the outcome, please. Tell me about the outcome for Leo. We have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Eight of Cups. So it does feel like you're almost reassessing or reviewing. It feels like it's been a long time since you've been in contact with this person, but I still feel that when you look at their pictures or you think about them, it feels like you still feel very deeply romantically connected to them. But it feels like you're in a disconnect with them right now. We're disconnected. I pulled my energy away, or maybe they pulled their energy away from you. This person is staring up at the moon. So a cycle ended between you two, and we became disconnected emotionally. I feel like that hurt you, but you never said so. Because the wounded warrior is usually the wounded warrior in silence. The wounded warrior isn't running out there and telling everybody about their hardships. They're sort of suffering in silence here. So I think that's what you've been doing. So why haven't you been connecting with this person? Like, why are you just leaving it here the way it is? If you have deep, I feel like you have, it feels like it's not just surface. It's not just romantic. It's deep. Like, I think that you feel like you might be in love with this person. The more that you are disconnected from them, the more that you think about them, it feels like you really miss them. We have the Queen of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Temperance card. So I feel that you think that this person is far too independent for you, that maybe they've just got too much going on in their life. It's like the Ace of Swords is here, and you get some sort of clarity or realization that this person is quite attractive. They're attracting a lot in their life, and I feel like they're very independent. They do their own thing. Maybe that's the reason why you two end up disconnecting from each other, because you're a fiery personality, and the Queen of Wands is fiery personality. Although Leo and Sagittarius are like boom, like that's a really great passionate connection. But it feels like you start to remember that maybe it just was the wrong time for us. Maybe it was the wrong time for us. We've got the Emperor and we've got the Judgment card. Look, you can't outrun anything that is for you. And I feel like the universe is telling you to take a step forward. The universe is like, look, it's going to resurrect itself. If you want to, and you take charge and you move forward, you might be able to resurrect this thing. The Hermit is here. I feel like you've been spending a lot of time by yourself, and it's because of this wounded warrior energy. So you could be someone who's like, I just don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to get hurt again. Yeah, and so I think that's why you're holding back. So although I don't think that you are, it was a rejection. This person could have rejected you, Leo. You felt rejected by them for sure, and so that's why you're holding back. You don't want to go through that rejection again. I feel like the universe is involving themselves this time. These are two major arcana cards, and I feel like it's going to show up. You're going to want to pursue, and with the Judgment card being here, I feel like you're supposed to. So it does feel like, it feels like if you want it, you can have it, but you're the one that's probably going to have to take a step forward. We've got Sagittarius. We have Virgo energy, Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Gemini, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We've got Aquarius and Pisces, Cancer, and some Aries energy. All right, Virgo. Let's find out what's going on with Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For Virgo singles for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for Virgo for the next 7 days, please. Tell me about Virgo. Single Virgo, please. Virgo, we have the Sun in the reverse. We have the Ace of Wands. Page of Coins is in the reverse. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it feels like there's something here that's just not moving. The Sun for me is still breakthrough energy. It is still, the sun is warm. Things are growing under the sun. But for me, the Sun in the reverse is like, there's not much growth. I want to say there's not much growth in terms of excitement in your life. It seems very, I'm not going to call the earth signs dull, but it seems very consistent, I'm going to say. It seems like work, eat, sleep is what it feels like for you, Virgo. I feel like it's because you're not willing to put a whole lot of energy into some sort of a new passionate beginning. I feel like you're still feeling weighed down by something here. We've got the Three of Swords, by some sort of broken heart scenario here. You may have had your heart broken by another earth sign, maybe an Aries or a Leo, possibly. It feels like, yeah, it feels like nothing was growing here. Tell me about the Sun in the reverse. It's like we hit the ceiling. And you're not ready. So that, I feel like that was the past scenario, but I feel like you're not ready to maybe reach out or start anything again. You're manifesting it. You're manifesting a new beginning at this time, but I feel like it feels like the Three of Swords is here. So I want to say it feels like a bit of an empty manifestation. It's like you want it, you're asking for it, telling the universe everything that you want, but in the back of your mind, you're like, you know what, I'm just going to get my heart broken like the last time. I feel like you've been spending a lot of time focused on you. So, you know, it's not always them, right? I feel like you decided that maybe it was you that needed to do some work on yourself, and I feel like that's why you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, whether you're feminine or masculine. But I feel like you're hesitant to put any energy into some sort of new beginning because you just feel like it's just going to end up in heartbreak. I feel like the door is open. I'm just going to say the Fool is here. The door is open, but maybe you can't see it because the Sun is in the reverse. But the door is open. You've been manifesting. The door is open, but I feel like you're not stepping through that door because you're like, I'm just going to get my heart broken anyway. We've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. There we go. The only kinds of people I ever meet, Elsie, are the toxic ones, the ones who are emotionally unavailable, the ones who are not ready to commit to me. Feels like you're going through all the reasons why you shouldn't. We've got the Emperor. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. Look, I really feel it's a control issue on your end. I'm just going to say, yell at me in the comments, but it feels like you're trying to control the scenario, to control the situation. It feels like if you could build the perfect beast, if you could build the perfect feminine or masculine, that you would. But I feel like there's a control issue here. And I feel like you're talking yourself out of it because you can't make a decision. So you're talking yourself out of it. You're like, I'm the Emperor, I make the decisions. I feel like you're, with the Emperor energy though, you're trying to stay in control of your emotions, control the situation. Feels like you're trying to control the outcome. And if you can't control the outcome, then you're not going to get involved. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright here. Look, this is investment. It's an opportunity. It's investment. It feels like there is on the horizon an opportunity to invest in some sort of a partnership. So this is not love. This is something that is cooperative, collaborative. We get into a group of people and we enjoy ourselves in a group of people. Maybe you belong to the same social circle. It feels like you're willing, that's as far as you're willing to invest. I'm willing to invest my Ace of Pentacles in a partnership of some sort. Because it feels like you're a person who must plan everything in advance and you're stuck to your plan, and I feel like that's how you stay in control. We've got Capricorn energy here, and it's like you're very busy in your life, and so you have to stay very regimented, you have to stay very much in control. I feel like you're trying, your control tactics don't work in every scenario. In love, you kind of have to go with the flow. If the other person feels controlled, then they're going to be gone. And so I feel like you are trying to control the outcome here, probably because of the fear of being hurt, I think. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Virgo. Tell me what the outcome is for Virgo, please. Outcome advice here. We do have the Ace of Cups. So the universe is saying, look, you can hold back and you can wait as long as you want, but it feels like the Ace of Cups is evidential. Like it feels like it's going to happen eventually. The Seven of Cups is here. You can wait. You can wait until you're smart enough, strong enough, rich enough. I mean, you can make all the reasons why you're going to wait. But I feel like the Ace of Cups being here is telling me that I feel like you're patient. You're patient. You're good for the reassessment. You're like, you know what? I'm going to be patient. It's going to show up if it's going to show up, and I'm willing to wait for it. I don't think you're in a hurry for anything here. We do have the Six of Wands, and that's how I'm going to get the victory. And that's how I'm going to get the victory, because it feels like you have a lot of people in your life maybe giving you unsolicited advice about what to do, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to stay in these circles, be social, stay in these partnership circles and these networking dinners or lunches or whatever it is, and in the community, and I will find somebody, or somebody will find me. I feel like it's all this way because of a broken heart, and it feels like this Page of Coins is the problem, and it feels like if you were to find somebody who is ready to grow with you, then you probably would. But I don't think that you're quite ready for that. I'm just going to say you're holding back. The Four and the Ace of Wands is here, and so I feel like this is what you want. But I feel like you're indecision about it, honestly. And it does feel like you're not interested in being in the midst of all the competition. Like it feels like you're just not really into the whole dating thing. You would rather work, right? There's your Virgo energy. You would rather work on yourself, and if something shows up, something shows up. So I essentially think you're just not going to force it, is all it is. Got the High Priestess. So I feel like you're going to work hard on taking care of yourself. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's very independent. So you might be someone who has a business, or you're an independent contractor, or somebody who does work independently. Maybe you work from home. But we have the High Priestess is like, you don't work around a lot of people. There's a lot of silence where you are. So I feel like you really have to make a concerted effort to get out and see people. Otherwise, you're just going to live in the silence here. And it's great that you're looking like the Queen of Wands, feminine or masculine, very attractive, has a lot of attractive energy. But if you're not getting out amongst people, then, well, it's just in your office at home, right? So it feels like the reason that you work so much, or the reason that you put in a lot of hours, is because that's the thing you can count on. That's what gives you stability, right? This Virgo energy, being the subject matter expert on whatever you're doing, you can control that situation. But love is sort of like out there for you. It's like I could have a plan, but then the plan goes to crap because somebody else is not on the same wavelength as me, or not on the same plan. You are going to meet somebody that is ready for something with longevity, a long-term thing here. And it's going to be your choice. Like, I feel like you will have a choice between two people possibly, or it's going to be your choice. You're going to have to take action, move away from the crossroads of your life. And when you do, that's when an investment opportunity shows up here. So we do have Pisces energy, Capricorn. We have Aries, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more Virgo. We got more Aries energy. We've got Leo. We've got Libra. We've got Aries energy, Gemini. We've got more Aries energy, Taurus, and Leo energy. All right. Let's talk about Libra. Libra, I'm just going to get a little bit of my tea here. It's been getting cold sitting here. How are you, Libra? Hope you're well. I've got ceremonial matcha in that cup. It's called cinnamon roll. It's really good. All right, let's find out what's going on for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Libra, please. Next 7 days. Single Libra, please. Tell me about Libra. Single Libra, please. We've got the Three of Cups. Tell me why the Three of Cups is here. We've got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh, and the Tower. You're about to reconnect with somebody here. The Page of Swords. Somebody you've been observing from a distance, or maybe they've been observing you from a distance. They could be a Libra, maybe a Scorpio. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Look, it feels like something shocking is going to happen, and you're going to feel good about it because justice is here. Something is going to be restored, or it feels like karma is going to be involved here. There is somebody that I feel that you've been observing, or who has been observing you, and it feels like with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse that there is going to be a reconnection with somebody, and you're going to bump into them in a social situation with the Three of Cups being here. It's a celebratory situation. So you end up at the same social gathering for whatever reason. And it feels like you bump into somebody that you have not seen in a long time because it's shocking. Feels like it's a shocking reconnection, but immediately balanced, like you're happy to see them. Immediately balanced here. Tell me about the Three of Cups. What happens in the Three of Cups here? We have the Knight of Cups. Oh, this is a romantic interest. I like that. And we have the Star energy here. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, so it feels like, it feels like this, you see this person as a romantic connection. It feels like you're hopeful, but you are sort of nursing maybe a broken heart, maybe something that you're disappointed in, maybe a little bit of depression. It feels like there's something that's gone on here that you're still in the midst of healing from, because the Star energy is here. But you don't expect at all to bump into this person here, Libra. We do, it's almost like, how can I say it, tugs on your heart when you see them, because it feels like you still have feelings for them. So we have the Eight of Swords here, immediately puts you up in your head, you start overthinking it. We do have the Six of Swords, and we have the Four of Cups. So it does feel like the Six of Swords tells me that you two met at a time when it was quite chaotic around you, emotionally or mentally chaotic around you. It feels like since then you've become quite stable in your energy, stable in your emotional energy. But the Eight of Swords tells me that all of those feelings come back when you bump into this person. We do have the Three of Wands. You do see this person as somebody who is, I feel like all of a sudden you see what can come up in the future. You see the possibilities of the future with them. But it does feel like, yeah, it's like it's a feeling, it's a shift of energy here, I want to say, with the Four of Cups. It's like all of a sudden, it's like you see them, it grabs you on the inside, and then all of a sudden you just let it go, and you're like, oh yeah, that's that feeling I remember. Like it feels like it's a good feeling, but for a moment you get up in your head. The Justice card is here. It does feel like with the Three of Wands and the Eight of Swords, it's going to be okay. I'm going to say it's going to be okay. And it does feel like it is something that is supposed to happen because the Star card is here. It's meant for your healing is what it is. It's meant on the end of your healing here. Tell me what the outcome is, please. So you're supposed to meet this person, and you are meant to see them because of the healing. I just want to look at this tower for a second. I'm just being nosy now. Hang on. We got the Two of Wands. We've got the Page of Swords, and we have the Hermit. So it does feel like this person's been watching you in secret. They may have known you were going to show up at the social situation. Maybe they said to a friend, hey, is Libra going to be there? And they said, yep, we've invited Libra. Libra's probably going to be there. So I feel like you take action with the Two of Wands here. And the Page of Swords tells me that somebody's probably been watching you from a distance quietly with the Hermit energy here. What is the outcome, please? We've got the Ten of Wands. We've got the Ten of Cups. One more. And we've got the Strength card. Oh, so you're like, you see them. It almost feels like you literally bump into them in the drink lineup. Maybe they're the waiter or the waitress. Maybe they serve you something. Like it feels like you literally bump into them and it's out of your control. So the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups almost makes me feel like immediately you start feeling very heavy with emotion. And the Strength card being here, you hold it in. You hold it in, you hold back, you don't say anything. But it's, I just had a really big gulp. I just like, oh my goodness, like I had a really big gulp, like, wow, I didn't expect to see you here. And it's like you don't really have time to speak with them for whatever reason. You're in a busy place. It feels like a situation where you can't really say hello, or maybe you say hello for a second, or maybe you meet eyes with them. Tell me what the, tell me what's coming around the corner here for these two. We have the Queen of Wands. We could be, oh, maybe that's why. Maybe they take your breath away because they're very attractive. It could be that. They could be someone who's a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Five of Swords, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. So immediate overwhelm of emotion. And seeing this person again takes your breath away. You're still attracted. You still have feelings. You start to cycle through your memories of what could have been. The Ace of Pentacles is here. It's like this is the new beginning. You were supposed to bump into them. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. This person, I feel, is somebody who immediately makes you feel at peace, at ease. And you remember that. That's what you remember, because you're going through a tower at this time when you see them, right? And it feels like you immediately remember that place of feeling like home. They could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. So it is quite overwhelming emotionally for you. We do have the Six of Cups. This is a soulmate, somebody that you've known before. So it could be last life, but it does feel like it's this life, but it feels like someone you have not seen in quite some time. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have Sagittarius energy. We have Virgo, Libra. Sorry, these words are small. We have Aquarius. We have Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Leo energy. We have Pisces energy. Three of Cups, Five of Swords, yeah, and Scorpio energy. All right. All right. Scorpio. Let's talk about Scorpio singles, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio singles, please, for the next 7 days. Tell me about Scorpio singles the next 7 days, please. We have the Queen of Cups. Tell me more. Something flipped. We've got the Page of Swords has been coming out a lot. There's a lot of spying going on with y'all. Page of Swords is here. We got the Tower. Okay. And the Three of, oh, you're seeing something that's kind of heartbreaking. What's this? I feel like you're watching somebody, possibly Scorpio, that you have a lot of feelings for. You could be watching them from a distance. You could be observing them from a distance. It feels like you're experiencing a tower from whatever it is that you see. Something is shocking. I feel like you have a lot of deep feelings for this person. Oh, you see this person's like juggling people. Like maybe you see them standing with someone in a picture, holding a drink, or maybe they, it feels to me like you see this person in a picture with someone they used to date. That's what it feels like. And you're wondering, are they dating that person or are they not? Are they juggling people? What are they doing here? What's going on here? It's like you're forced to make some sort of a really quick decision and you can't make a decision. I'm not really sure. Is that hand around that person's waist? Why are they hugging? Like you're just, it's something that's shocking you for some reason. Tell me why the Queen of Cups is here. Actually, no, tell me about the Tower. Why is it shocking? Why is it shocking you? Oh, because you have unfinished business with them. There's still attraction here. Oh, they're still dealing with you. The Knight of Wands. Because, oh, it really does feel like you're minding your business, possibly on the socials, and it feels like you come across pictures of them out with people, and this person is maybe out with an ex or out with somebody that you two mutually know, or it's a group of people that you know and they never invited you. It feels like that sort of energy. It's shocking. It might be a group of people with the Six of Wands being there that are partying, having fun, and you have unfinished business with somebody here. They could be a Scorpio, a Leo. It could be a Taurus, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, or a Leo. They could be a Libra. Sagittarius, maybe. Tell me, or the Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Tell me about the Queen of Cups, please. We have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you, Page of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. It feels like you're like, okay, I'm not going to make any quick judgments. I'm not going to make any snap judgments. I'm going to wait. It feels like you might be dating, or maybe have dated this person in the past, and maybe they weren't honest with you. They're acting like the Knight of Wands, and it's breaking your heart. So you're not dating this person. You're in this reading because you're single, but I feel it's somebody you've had your eye on, or you were hoping to get together with, or maybe someone that you reconnected with, but you're watching them and you don't like what you see. Tell me what else is coming up here. What else do we need to know? We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Magician. The thing that's interesting about this particular deck and the Eight of Pentacles is we only see 5. But then we notice here that there's 3 that are sort of, they're doing the blueprints on. We haven't yet made those, but we're thinking about making them. So 5 Pentacles are in play. And so I feel like this is what it is. It feels like 5 Pentacles weigh heavy on you. The disconnect, they didn't invite me. I feel like you've been very disengaged, but engaged in things that are good for you, like maybe on your business, working on your business, working, overtime, working on some sort of project. It does feel like that you've wanted to work on this with them. So maybe you're separated right now or not dating right now, and you thought that we were going to work on this thing. I've been manifesting that we're going to work on it. And now that I see this, it's weighing heavy on me here. The separation here, the rejection is weighing heavy on me. You feel rejected simply by just seeing some pictures on socials. You know what it feels like? It feels like let's just say there's a scenario of 4 people and you're the 4th person, and they invited the other 2 out, but they didn't invite you out. And one of the other 2 people they invited out is somebody that they used to date. And you thought that you 2 were working on something. Maybe you've been seeing them off and on. I feel like you've already got deep feelings for them. And this feels like rejection. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the Hierophant, got the 4 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. I think that you thought that this was getting serious, that it was going to move into something that was a little more stable, a little more serious. But now you're feeling like the wounded warrior because like you're ready to give up. Like it doesn't look like this person really wants to engage with me anymore. We've got the 3 of Cups. They're out partying, having fun. Tell me what's around the corner. So it is in a social thing. I was picturing 3 people. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's 3 men that I see standing together. And I didn't think that you thought that they would be with that person in this picture because they know that it would bother you. But maybe you didn't see it on their socials. Maybe you saw it on somebody else's socials. Tell me what's around the corner here for Scorpio. We've got the 8 of Wands. We've got the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. Look, I feel like you're just going to hold back and move forward. Oh, it's not the outcome that I expected. I feel like you're going to maybe tell this person exactly what you saw. But you're not going to tell them all the details. You're not going to tell them how you felt about it. You're just going to shut off and shut down, get in your boat and go here. Feels like you've got to go someplace to heal. This person is the King of Wands. They could be someone who is an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. And it feels like this is how you feel now. 5 of Wands put you in competition. I thought that I was your person. I thought that King of Wands and Queen of Wands, right? I thought I was your person. I thought that we had a really good connection, that we were mirroring each other, that things were going really good. We had this new passionate new beginning here. Yeah, Page of Cups is here. I thought that we were going to be carrying on with each other here, and it feels like, no, that's not what's happening here. Or at least that's what you think is not happening here. So maybe you need to have a conversation. I didn't see any swords that were saying that you would have conversation. Only swords that said that you're just going to go quietly under cloak of night. So if you want to fix it, maybe you say something, but if you don't, if you're done, then you're done, right? We've got Aries and Gemini energy. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo. We've got Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Scorpio, Taurus energy, Aquarius, and Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. All right, Sagittarius, fire family, how you doing? Let's talk about singles. Singles for the next 7 days. Tell me about singles. Single Sagittarius, the next 7 days, please. Single Sagittarius, the next 7 days. Sneak peek. Single Sagittarius. We've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Empress. And we've got the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers. So, you know what? I want to say that the last interaction that you had with whoever this person is, they could be a Libra, a Taurus, a Gemini, possibly Sagittarius, Aries energy. It does feel like that you were betrayed by someone, first of all. It feels like you were very hurt. Something has come to an end. A cycle has ended. You were very hurt. You felt very betrayed. Their silence ensued. I feel like this person maybe didn't even answer back your last text. Like, that's what it feels like. And you are feeling like you needed to protect yourself. Like you are feeling like your back is against the wall. I no longer want really much to do with this person. I think that the purpose of the way all of that went down, the purpose of you kind of hitting rock bottom or feeling terrible about the situation, was so you could grow into being the Empress energy. And that's exactly how it goes down with the universe. The universe sends people to your life and you think they're supposed to be there forever, and they're not. They're just simply there to teach you a lesson, and that's it. And I feel like that's this scenario here. It feels like you're in this energy of no prospects. It feels like you're in this Empress energy and no emotional prospects are available at this time. But listen, the Empress, if you are in the Empress energy, you've got so many things that you are balancing, taking care of. Could be children, could be home, could be a business. It feels like you've got so many things going on that love isn't the only thing that's on your mind, but I do feel like it's in the future for you. We have the Six of Cups. Could be a soulmate connection or somebody that you've been thinking about could be coming back. And that could be why we're seeing the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Because that is, you've hurt me before, and now you can be behind the boundary. Because I've raised my vibrational level here. And although it might be in my comfort zone, or it might be a little boring where I am, a little bit stagnant in the energy, but I'd rather be there than be in the Ten of Swords. Tell me what happened with this Ten of Swords. We have a Queen of Pentacles. This person took you out of your character. This person took you off your path. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles is like she's given everything, right? She's given everything, and now I need to go inward and sort of reassess the situation. I can't let anybody do that to me again. I can't allow somebody to take me off my path. We've got the Three of Swords. And we've got the Lovers back here. I feel like there's somebody here that you were very deeply in love with. I feel like they broke your heart, and I feel like they depleted you. It feels like you allowed them. I'm going to say it's not always their fault. I mean, you allow it as well. And so you allowed them to pull you off your path, to ignore your business, to work less overtime, to spend less time with the kids. Whatever it is that the Pentacles are, Pentacles are earthly things, right? House, children, home, workplace. It feels like you allowed somebody to take you off your path because you had some really deep feelings for them. It ends up in betrayal. It ends up that something here didn't work out the way you wanted it to. But I really feel like this Empress energy is telling me that you ended up leveling up because of it. Tell me more about Sagittarius. We've got the Page of Swords, got the Four of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So somebody is watching you from a distance here, wondering if they should communicate with you or not. It does feel like this is somebody that possibly you saw as someone that you allowed to come in and out of your life whenever they wanted to. It does feel like this person didn't give you a whole lot of stability, but they were beautiful, handsome, or like attractive, beautiful, regardless. I call men or women beautiful. This person was really beautiful. They're sort of very sexy. They're very charismatic. But I feel like this person had you in competition. 3, 4, 5 wands are here. There's competition, I feel, for their time. So whether that means they had children or maybe there was other people in the DMs, I don't know. But it feels like this person is watching you again. That's what it feels like. I feel like they're the person who caused the heartbreak, who caused the betrayal. The Wheel of Fortune is here, I'm going to say. And the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that something has got to change. I feel like this person is going to reach out to you. I don't know if they've changed, though. I feel like you're going to be honest with them when they show up next time. Tell me about the wheel. Tell me what the changes are. Queen of Swords came out. 7 of Swords. Not much has changed. I don't think that you trust them. I don't think you trust them. I think that they were aggressive with their passion. I think that maybe at the time when you were together with them, maybe you liked that. It feels like now you're into this Queen of Swords energy, though. The 7 of Swords is telling me, I'm going to be honest with myself, I just don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. They're going to be very aggressive trying to get back into your life, though, but you don't trust them. I think you need to hold your boundaries. Be careful and hold your boundaries, because I feel like I don't feel like much has changed. I feel like you've moved forward, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you have moved forward, and that's why they're watching you, and that's why they're coming in, because they see that you've moved forward without them. And I feel like they're showing up to see if you're still attracted to them or if they can still have control over your passion. Tell me what the outcome is for Sagittarius. We have the Fool. We have the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Cups. But do I give them another chance? Because, man, when it was good, it was really good. I think you're happy to see them. I think that you're happy to see them. You're happy to see that they're okay. And a little bit of you might be happy that they're showing back up in this passionate energy, right? This, yeah, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like fire. It feels like they're showing up in this passionate energy. They're still attracted to you. You still have deep feelings for them. And the thing is that you're the Empress. You now have boundaries, right? You now have boundaries. You're being very honest. You're taking care of yourself. I don't think you're going to let them in. The Fool is here, though, with the 8 of Swords, which tells me you think about it. You're up in your head here. Is this a new beginning? Is that what this person wants? I feel like they want a lot of fun. They're here for celebration, and they may tell you that they're here for the 10 of Pentacles, but they are going to breadcrumb you. It's like it starts out with us fanning the flames, is what it sounds like, and you are sturdy. You're solid. Your boundaries are in place. I feel like you are very attracted to this person, but you didn't forget how they hurt you, how they did you dirty. Tell me what's around the corner for Sagittarius, please. We've got the Knight of Cups, we've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the 9 of Cups. Very interesting. So I feel like you have changed your taste in people, whether they're feminine or masculine. I feel now you're giving your attention to the ones who don't come in and fire, but the ones who come in passively but romantically. The Queen of Cups is here, the person who's compassionate and kind and going to show you romance and loving care, the one who's going to be okay with you being happy on the inside. This person here just wants to take from you. You're looking for someone who can add to you because you're the Empress and you don't need anybody. And so I feel like this energy here is the safety energy where you don't really need anybody. Your boundaries are in place. I'm okay to stay in the 4 of Cups. If I don't find someone who matches the compassion, the kindness, the empathic energy, someone who is going to realize that I'm already happy on the inside, that they are not the cause of my happiness. I feel like you're looking for 10 cups. We've got the 9 cups here, and we've got the Queen of Cups, right? And we have the Hierophant. You're looking for someone who's going to take it to the end zone, right? You're looking for someone who's gonna make the touchdown here. I think that you're looking for marriage. You're looking for commitment, at least. You're looking for traditional you're looking for someone to woo you, I'm going to say, whoever you are, feminine or masculine. You're looking for someone who's going to come in, be sturdy, stable, move slow, someone who's going to do the right thing, be on the right path, somebody who's looking for the 10 of Cups, someone who's looking for the Hierophant energy, because I think you've learned your lesson about this person here. I feel like this person here is going to do whatever they can to get your energy, to manipulate your energy. And I feel like you're in the 5 of Wands. You remember how they were a cheater, or you remember how they were, they held back, didn't answer the texts, indecision, couldn't make a decision. I don't think that you're going to fall for it this time, honestly, Sagittarius. Got Gemini energy. I feel like they're going to be really forceful, very aggressive with their words. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Taurus, Aquarius. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Gemini energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, and Taurus, Aries. And Gemini and Aries. All right. Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, single Capricorn, for the next 7 days. Tell me about single Capricorn, please. Tell me about single Capricorn, sneak peek for the next 7 days. Tell me about Capricorn. We've got the 3 of Wands. We've got Temperance, 9 of Wands, and the Hierophant energy. Queen of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. The future tells me that there is a very healing connection that's showing up here. I feel that when it shows up that you are in this energy of, I'm over it. I'm exhausted. I'm over it. Don't play with me. It feels like that sort of energy. Somebody here is showing up in a moment of alchemy, so it's supposed to happen when it happens. Temperance is here. When it's in the upright, it's always yes. And I feel like in the future, something is showing up that is exciting, Sagittarian energy, but also very balanced and healing. And I feel like that's what you need because you're in the 9 of Wands. I feel like you're sort of on the edge of, I'm so over this. I'm just going to drop it. I'm so over this, like over connections, over emotion. I feel like, this is sort of a good depiction of what's going on with you here. Just pouring your cup back in and saying, I'm kind of over it. The Hierophant energy is here. I feel like it's like you've learned some sort of a lesson. Now that you've learned the lesson, now you can teach the lesson. It feels like this is something that comes up probably in the very near future here. Tell me about the 3 of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles, we've got the Chariot in the reverse, and we got the Hanged Man. Yeah, it does feel like you're in this energy of, I'm not really sure if I even want this anymore. You're holding back, no prospects around you. Everything, you're feeling kind of stuck, I would say. Not really giving much energy to anybody, not just romantic connections, but anybody in general. It feels like you're in this place of you're trying to heal the 9 of Wands. You're trying to heal this place where you've been hurt before, over and over again. Feels like you're trying to get stability from the 9 of Wands. It's like you're trying to learn some sort of a lesson. I feel like with this Hanged Man energy that you're trying to get perspective on something that ended or stopped. It like stopped in its tracks. Somebody started breadcrumbing you, like giving you less and less energy, and then it just stopped. What is this? The 5 of Swords is here. We've got the 4 of Cups and the World card. Yeah, it absolutely ended. It's like it became less and less. That's sort of the lame way to do it. I'm just going to say, if anybody does that to anybody, it's sort of the cowardly way to do it. Just slowly stop answering texts, slowly stop seeing the person. Just instead of just saying it like an adult would, just stand and say, look, I don't think I want to do this anymore. This doesn't seem for me. This is not compatible energy. I feel like somebody just sort of weaned you off, I'm going to say. Like they just stopped communicating with you. It seems like whenever you did communicate, it was probably disagreements It felt like we came to a place where we realized we had a bunch of fundamental differences that probably were not going to correct themselves. And we see this person here hiding their face. It's almost like when you came around, they hid their face. Like, it feels cowardly to me. I'm just going to say, until it finally came to an end. Honestly, I think you're the one that allowed it to end, though. You're like, I really don't need this energy in my life. It was a romantic type energy. When you first met them, you thought that they were the person on the white horse. And I think that as you got to know them deeper, that they had a lot of stuff. Feels like they weren't very honest with you. Feels like they were probably had other people. Yeah, it feels like you just let the door close, or maybe you're the one that closed the door, because you just realized that this is not what I want in my life. The sun came out. That's what it was. You saw everything for what it was. You had a breakthrough. You're like, this person is breadcrumbing me. All of a sudden it's getting less and less. Now they're holding back. Now I don't see them. Now I don't really hear from them. Now where we used to see each other every day, I'm seeing them once a week, or I'm talking to them once every couple of days in text. It feels like they were too cowardly to come to you and tell you that, you know, I don't really want to do this anymore. But I feel like you saw the writing on the wall. And Capricorn, I feel like you learned a lesson from this. That just because we're attracted to each other doesn't mean we have compatibility, right? Tell me about the outcome, please. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 5 of Pentacles in the Tower. You know what happens? They come back to you. They come back to you and try and communicate with you again with the 8 of Wands, and you're like crickets. Nope, no thank you. I think it causes a tower for them. It's like you're dealing with someone who is avoidant. That actually is a thing, right? People who are avoidant is like they come in with all of the energy, right? We're getting along great, all of the energy, maybe even a little bit of a love bombing stage, and then all of a sudden they pull back their energy. Like they get scared because they start feeling deep feelings, or whatever the reason is, they pull back and they start weaning off, and then this person's coming back. It's going to shock you that they're actually coming back, but you're not going to answer their text. I don't think the 5 of Pentacles is here. I don't even think you're going to answer them. I think you're like, no thanks. I saw everything for what it is. The sun came out and I had a breakthrough. I realized that closing the door was probably the best thing I could have ever done. Tell me what is around the corner for Capricorn. We've got the 4 of Swords, we've got the Knight of Swords, and we've got the 6 of Pentacles. Now all of a sudden this person comes running and they want to give you all of their attention. And you've healed already. I feel like you've healed, and I feel like you, with the 4 and the 1 sword here, the 5 of Swords, we've got 5 swords here, and 5 swords here. Yep, 5 swords here, 10 swords, you're done. You're like, no, I'm not giving you a chance to betray me again. I'm not giving you a chance to do that again. It feels like somebody's like standing in front of you, but I do want to give you, you know, I just want to go out with you. Like, just want to talk with you. Can we talk about it? Can we reassess the situation? And you're like, no, I'm not interested. No, thank you. Ace of Wands is in the reverse. I don't even have an attraction for you anymore. I think it's going to break their heart. I think it's going to break their heart because they're not used to being turned down. And I think that they really did have feelings for you, but they treated you terribly. The 10 of Cups is here. I think they wanted the 10 of Cups in the Lovers with you, but I feel like this person felt like they could do whatever they wanted to do because people, you know, beautiful people get what they want, right? And I think that this person felt like you were just going to wait for them for some reason, and now I think you're going to break this person's heart because you're like, nah, ugh, gross. Nope, that's not what I want. I don't want that. No, thank you. It's like you were attracted to them before, and now that you see them in the sunlight, you're like, no, no, thank you. Your energy's ugly. We've got Leo energy. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. We've got Gemini energy, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Taurus energy, Scorpio. We've got Sagittarian energy twice, a couple times. And then we've got the 3 of Wands. Yeah, Sagittarius energy. I don't think you want anything more to do with them, to be honest with you. Tell me about Aquarius. Aquarius singles. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius singles for the next 7 days. Sneak peek. For Aquarius singles. Tell me about the sneak peek for Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius, please. We have a Queen of Cups. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Feels like some stability. You know, you're still overthinking something, though. It's these thoughts that keep coming to you here. Huh. I think that the Five of Swords is telling me that you have these thoughts that show up. It does feel like that you're being hard on yourself, I'm going to say. That these thoughts that are showing up, it feels like what you're telling yourself is, I'm not very good at working on romantic things. That's what it feels like here. It feels like you're trying to get stability. You're trying to not do this, I want to say. You're trying to be kinder to yourself. But this is intrusive thoughts. It feels like you're dealing with reoccurring intrusive thoughts. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be about one person. It feels like it's about multiple situations. It feels like you feel you could have worked harder on it. You could have worked harder on it. You could have stabilized it. It feels like you're in regret about something, honestly. You're feeling in lack. You're in regret about something here. Tell me why the Queen of Cups is here. There is somebody here that I feel that you're feeling in regret about. This person is the Queen of Cups, so Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but this person is compassionate, kind, and loving. And I think that they showed you a lot of that, but it feels like you keep getting these intrusive thoughts that I didn't work on it enough. I should have put more energy into it. I should have worked harder on it. I should have stabilized the emotions. I could have said more. Like, it feels like you're being really hard on yourself here. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So it feels like you're trying to release the thoughts, like, I'm not going to feel bad about this anymore. But it's a battle between the Five of Swords in the upright and the Five of Cups in the reverse. Feels like you're trying to not spiral out of control emotionally. We've got the Ace of Swords, and we've got the Nine of Wands. The Tower is in the distance. Why is that? Oh boy, what's this? So, the Knight of Cups is here with the Tower because I think you're having some sort of a shift in your heart space. It feels like you're having some kind of a realization. This does feel a little bit regretful, I'm going to say. With the Five of Swords that keep showing up with these intrusive thoughts that you keep having, it feels like this Five of Cups being in the reverse, that you don't want to be in regret. And because you don't want to be in regret, I feel like you're trying to gain clarity. Trying to gain clarity, or maybe you want to have a conversation. Maybe we should talk about it. But I feel like you're behind the fear wall here. Aquarius, I feel like there's somebody here that you had deep feelings for, or somebody who had deep feelings for you. And I feel like it didn't work out between you, but it feels like you had a delayed reaction. It feels like maybe there's a delayed reaction, that maybe you're like, now I'm thinking about them. Why am I thinking about them? If it's over and I'm not interested in them, why am I thinking about them? It does feel like you're trying to release the regret, but it feels like this person is so kind and caring and compassionate, and somebody who really sort of threw love at you freely, right? Unconditional love, because that's the Queen of Cups. They threw unconditional love at you, and I feel like you weren't interested, is what it feels like. You weren't interested in it, and that's okay. But I feel like you're being really hard on yourself. It does feel like in the future, though, that maybe you realize that you have more feelings than you thought you had. But the reason you didn't say anything is because it would be overwhelming. I feel like somebody here is having a hard time with their feelings. Showing their feelings, acknowledging their feelings, dealing in their feelings. I feel like the Queen of Cups gave you too many feelings, and it made you uncomfortable. And I think it made you run, or it just made you disconnect, get back behind the fear wall. I feel like you were scared because they gave you a lot of themselves. They gave you unconditional love. Yeah, that would be the Empress, for sure. So it does feel like this Empress gave you unconditional love, and that this person is someone who I feel that you're silent with, or is silent with you at this time. It does feel a little like It feels like you thought that you two were way too different to make this work. And so maybe you decided to pull away. I feel like it's you. I feel like it's you because we have the Five of Swords here, and that's one of the first cards that we pulled that were swords. So it feels like you pulled away. It feels like the Empress gave you unconditional love, but I don't think that it's not that you didn't have feelings for them. Because this person, the Empress, is somebody who really doesn't need you. There's someone who is in a glow-up stage. They're very good with dealing with life on their own. I feel like they gave you a lot of unconditional love. And I feel like it was too much for you. Ten of Pentacles, they wanted it all with you. And I don't think that you were ready for it. I don't think that you're ready to check into something that is long-term, legacy, abundant, joining our families or having kids together. I don't think that you're ready for all of that. It's not that you didn't see the value or the worth of the Empress. I think you did. But I think it freaked you out just a little bit because, look, the Empress is all love. That's Libra and Taurus energy. That's Venusian. That's like this person poured out all of their emotions on you, and I think it freaked you out. You weren't there. They're an Empress. Maybe you were in this Page energy, and I'm not talking about mentally or physically. I'm talking about in the capacity to be able to match energy. I feel like you weren't able to match energy with the Empress, that the Empress gave it all, and you weren't really willing to put a whole lot of energy into it. Maybe just little bits and pieces, communication here and there. I feel like this person is now quiet with you. I feel like there's no communication. Tell me why there's no communication. Queen of Wands, Devil energy, and the Nine of Swords. So I feel like the reason that things are quiet is because this person is just back on their path. It feels like the Queen of Wands is somebody who's independent, who's happy, and who is excited about life. I feel like this person is just back on their path. I do feel like they are sad. I feel like they're sad that there's disconnect here, that there's silence between you. I think that Hermit energy is on both sides. And the Nine of Swords. I feel like that you disrupt their sleep, that they think about you and they wonder, is there ever going to be a time when this could work out? Is there ever going to be a time when we could try this? Is there ever going to be a time when Aquarius is going to agree to try this? I feel like they see you as sort of a toxic energy, Aquarius. Whether you are or whether you aren't, I'm not accusing you of anything, but the Devil is sitting here next to the Queen of Wands. Maybe the Queen of Wands was toxic. It could be that, right? It doesn't always have to be you. But it feels like it's more of an obsessive energy. I feel like this person is manifesting you back, is what it feels like. You still feel very attached to them. They still feel very attached to you. The Judgment card is this person is like is the Queen of Wands is master manifester, right? So it's just gonna manifest you back. That's what it feels like. It's fine. Let Aquarius go. I'll just manifest Aquarius back whenever I want them. Tell me about the outcome, please. We do have the Eight of Swords. We do have the Page of Cups. And we have the Moon card, Aquarius. I feel like you're in this energy of what would have. What could have been, what would have been. Eight of Swords is here. You're up in your head about the Page of Cups. If I would have given in, if I would have given a little bit of emotion, what could have happened? I'll never know. The Moon energy is here. Things weren't as they seemed. I feel like this person gave you bossed up, unconditional love, and I don't think that you were ready for it. Maybe you're not ready to receive it. We've got the Seven of Cups. It made you overwhelmed, and now you're going over as to why it made you so overwhelmed. It's like you're trying to be honest with yourself, right? The Queen of Swords is here. I think that you were honest with this person, that maybe you had no interest in them or whatever it was, but I feel like, I don't know, it's behind the Seven of Cups. Maybe you just couldn't see a future with them. Although the Ten of Pentacles is here, they saw a future with you. Maybe you just couldn't see a future with them. Tell me what's around the corner for Aquarius, please. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Knight of Cups. And the Six of Wands. I feel like you are attracted to them. I feel like you do have emotional feelings for them. I feel like you're watching this person win. You're watching them just sort of carry on with their life, because that's what the Queen of Wands would do. Look, the Queen of Wands does fall down. does scrape their knees, but the Queen of Wands is resilient, just gonna get back up again, because the Queen of Wands has been through some heavy shit. And the Queen of Wands knows that even if I fall down and scrape my knees, I just got to tape them up and keep moving. I feel like this person has an audience, or maybe they're an entertainer. They could be somebody who has a platform, because the Six of Wands is here. They get a lot of attention. Maybe that was the issue. But we have the Knight of Cups. I feel like maybe they got a lot of attention from other people, and maybe you weren't comfortable with that, or it feels like you still feel connected to them. The Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Maybe you do want to see them again. We do have the Hanged Man. I think you're holding back because of some sort of new beginning that you have going on right now. Feels like maybe there is a partnership, or maybe you still are friends with this person, but it feels like there's really no communication going on. It feels like we're breadcrumbing each other. I think it's on both sides. I'm not blaming it on you. I think it's on both sides, but I think that you're holding back for sure, that there's no communication, that you're not communicating with this person at all. It really does feel like you thought that there was a lot of competition for their happiness or for their love. Maybe you felt like you didn't fit into their life. Could be that. Maybe you thought that they were way too busy taking care of everything and everyone to be able to tend to you. We've got Virgo energy, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Pisces, more Leo, Aries, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Taurus. We've got Cancer and Pisces, Scorpio as well. All right. Let's look at you, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Pisces, please, for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for the next 7 days. Tell me about Pisces, my water family. Tell me about Pisces. We've got the Fool. We've got the Three of Wands. Ooh, Justice is here. And the Queen of Pentacles. Look, there is some sort of a new beginning, a new door is swinging open, a new opportunity, an exciting new door is opening here in the future. And it looks like it's going to be something that is restorative. It feels like it's going to restore your faith, restore your happiness, restore your creative abilities. It feels like it's restoration with the Justice card showing up here. It does feel like, Pisces, is that I'm going to say that it almost gives you your creative spark back. Let's look a little deeper here. We've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. It feels like a reconnection here. A reconnection with somebody who you had an ending with. The Death card is here. The Tower. Ooh, it's a big ending. Oh boy, the Three of Swords is here. Yes. It looks like it was sort of a disastrous ending. It was a transformational tower that broke your heart. So it does feel like it sent you on a new path, possibly. But it feels like, ugh, this reconnection energy is here, though. I went, ugh. Let's find out what this Fool is about. Let's get a little more information on the table here. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about Pisces. Tell me what I need to know about the Fool energy. Single Pisces. What is the new chapter bringing for Pisces? Oh, the Five of Swords came back in the reverse. There's the Judgment card. Oh boy. Pisces, somebody here is coming back around, friend. That's what it looks like. I was trying to sort of steer away from that, but it looks like this reconnection. Somebody wants to resolve something with you. They want to resolve it. It feels like they feel that they were a little bit too harsh, or maybe they went at it too hard. They were in this energy back there of winning at any cost, and whatever that meant to them. I feel like they're feeling badly about that, and now they want to reconcile, or they want to talk about it. I feel like somebody is feeling badly about not giving you a whole lot of energy. You probably gave them everything with the Queen of Pentacles energy, and they gave you the Page of Pentacles energy. It feels like there was a very big mismatch of energetic giving here. And I feel like now you're in this place where I feel like you've realized, Pisces, that you are a person who is just a giver. And you're always going to give, regardless of whether people give back to you or not. I think that's just sort of the energy that you're in. I feel like this is what makes you feel balanced. You're always going to do that. I don't think you're going to stop doing that. The Judgment card tells me somebody might be coming back around. I'm just going to say that it feels like reconciliation, or I want to resolve it, or it feels like I don't want you to hold a grudge with me. Like they feel like you're mad at them and they don't want you to hold a grudge with them. Somebody's realizing what they did here. They're realizing that you just gave them everything and they really didn't give you much. Tell me more about this. We've got the Five of Pentacles. They don't like being on the outside looking in. You may have cut them off or blocked them from your socials, but I think that they're probably looking at you with another ID. And so they're on the outside looking in. We've got the Ace of Swords. They want to talk to you. They want to open up conversation here. I feel like you two have moved on from this, but I feel like they're still feeling guilty about the way it ended. We've got the Eight of Swords here. Somebody is really feeling stuck in their head. I feel like you're on their mind day and night, probably interrupting their sleep. That's their karma. That's what this is. Justice is karma. And so I feel like it's their karma. I feel like they're the one, they are probably the one who hurt you. And it doesn't mean that they weren't hurt as well. But the Eight of Swords tells me that they feel like their hands are tied. They can't do anything. I feel like you've locked them out of your life. And they can't get back in. They might not even know if you live in the same place or not. Still, it feels like they feel like they have no way of getting around this karma. We have the Two of Wands. Somebody's about to take action. What's this action here? Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Death card. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune's here. Yep. They want to try and reverse all of this. They want to try and change it. They know that something came to an end. They see that you've blocked them, but I feel like they think that they can fight the block. That they can find their way around the block. So you don't be surprised if they have an email address, or you might want to go check in your junk folders on Facebook, on Insta, on wherever, TikTok, wherever you are. You might want to go check those folders if you're interested to know if they're messaging you. But I think that you're probably going to get communication from them, because it looks like they are going to take action with the Ace of Pentacles, that they want to do something, they want to reconnect with you in the 3D world here. 1, 2, 3 Pentacles, which is partnership. They want to reconnect. They want to make things better. They want to cooperate, collaborate. They want to get back into a partnership or a friendship with you. And the Wheel of Fortune tells me it's destiny that it happens, but I really do feel like this is their karma. I feel like they don't like that you have blocked them out of your life. Tell me about justice. What's the justice here? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Swords. They're watching you. I was wondering. I kind of felt it in there, and I was like, when is it going to come out? So it does feel like somebody here is watching you. They see that you are speaking your truth, saying what you need to say. It feels like whatever platform you're on, you are speaking it out, and they are waiting and watching to see whether or not you are going to allow them back in. I feel like you've blocked them for a reason. It feels like they're trying to face their fears because they don't really know with the moon energy. Maybe things aren't as they seem. Maybe Pisces doesn't hate me. But it feels like they're trying to look at your socials to figure out what sort of mood you're in. It feels like they've got to face the fear of the dark. And so maybe they've never come back and said sorry to anyone ever before. Maybe they've never really said it to someone. And now I feel like somebody is feeling in regret. They don't want you to hold a grudge. This person is somebody who I feel wants to give you a lot of attention. The Four of Wands is here. 6 and 4 is 10. They're feeling very weighed down by the parting of ways. You know what it is? I feel like they see that you have had a glow up, and that you're good, and that you're doing fine, and you're birthing new things, maybe businesses, maybe friendships, that you're having a great time. I feel like, yeah, you're You're birthing new friendships here, new networks, new people. I feel like you've just totally flipped it on them. And I think that you've just made a big, bold move and that you've decided, no, you don't get to do that to me. Let's look at the outcome. Let's look at the outcome. I feel like you pulled a Queen of Swords on them. I feel like you liberated yourself and said, fine, you want to do that, then it's your loss. Because I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that you've transformed and you are moving forward. Outcome is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Got the Ten of Wands, and we've got the Queen of Cups. You know what? They miss your compassion, your kindness, the unconditional love that you gave them, and it's weighing really heavy on them that they know that you no longer want to put any work into this. And that was their biggest fear. And now they have to face it because they left you to your own devices, and that's what you did. You had a glow up. You moved to the next vibration. They were supposed to let go of you so you could move to the next vibration, Pisces. So they were actually listening. They were doing what they were told to do. I think it was all supposed to end up this way. Tell me what's around the corner for Pisces. The Five of Wands is in the reverse. We've got the Nine of Swords, and we've got Temperance. You're healing from it all. The Five of Wands being in the reverse is I'm no longer in indecision. Nope, I'm making the decision that I don't want you back in my life. The Nine of Swords is here. Yep, it's still going to bother me what would happen in the past, but I feel like once you get brave enough and add this Ace of Swords when you talk about it, maybe need talk therapy, maybe talk to a friend, but we've got the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Swords. When you finally release it, that's when Temperance shows up and you no longer are going back and forth. I feel like you finally heal from this. The Sun comes out. You have a breakthrough. I kind of love that. So we do have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, more Scorpio. Leo, we've got some more Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Virgo and Pisces. Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Aries. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you if you made it up to here. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, of course, because I'm always back. You guys take care of yourselves. I'm out. Bye-bye.